After 3 years of planning, 3 years since we last went to America, lots of emails and lots of COVID delays, we're finally going back to America and I can't wait. So many good coasters coming up, and from here on inwards, Pleasure Beach Experience is going to have a little bit of an American theme park takeover for the next 4 or 5 weeks, because we've got so many vlogs coming from so many different theme parks that we've never even covered on this channel before, and in some cases we've never even spoken about some of these parks before. So really excited to get to these parks, and in this video today I'm just going to talk about what you can expect from Pleasure Beach Experience in the next couple of weeks in terms of content creation, because it's been a while since we've done back-to-back vlogs for weeks on end, and that's pretty much where we're going. But also I'm hoping to still keep Pleasure Beach Experience monthly in the loop. We've got quite a lot of plans for the July episode of that already. It's going to be a little bit different to the 3 previous episodes that we've had on the channel so far this year, but hopefully it'll be interesting. So I'm going to get straight into the theme parks that we're doing. The first one is Nickelodeon Universe. Now this one is going to be a bit of a will we get there, won't we get there in time, because we're going straight from the airport. It's about a 4-hour drive from the airport to where we're going. There's 5 roller coasters to do, and it's one of those where if the flight gets delayed or something sort of holds us up a little bit, like collecting the car hire or something like that at the airport, it may be a case of we don't actually get to Nickelodeon Universe. So it's a little bit 50-50, that one. It's kind of, if we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. Obviously, it's 5 roller coasters, so we want to get there. A cred is a cred and all that. But it's one of those, if we don't get there, it'll be like, well, it's all right because it wasn't the top priority park. But still, hopefully, we'll have been by this point, because the time of filming is a couple of days before we fly to America. But this video is being uploaded whilst we're in America, if that makes sense. So we will have already started to film some of the vlogs I'm going to talk about, hopefully. So yeah, Nickelodeon Universe, I think the most notable thing at that park will be the Gertz Eurofighter. There's also a ride like Skyforce, and apparently there's a very good log flume that goes past a Hooters restaurant, so that's going to be interesting. Moving on, the next park is a park that wasn't originally going to be on this trip at all, but then when we start, because the trip was cancelled from 2021, so we're doing it now. The original plan wasn't to go to Valley Fair. However, because we've had to reschedule, this is actually the 3rd time we've rescheduled an America trip. So every time we've rescheduled this particular trip, we've added more parks on it. So Valley Fair has got a wooden roller coaster, which I have wanted to do ever since I first saw a video of it back in 2007. And that ride, or roller coaster, is Renegade. It's a GCI wooden roller coaster. The reason I really want to do this is quite a strange reason really, but it's been a bucket list coaster ever since I saw a POV of it on YouTube, and it's because for Christmas in 2007 I got my first ever laptop off my parents, and the first thing I did is open YouTube and watch some roller coaster videos, and for some reason, even though I didn't have a YouTube account back then, Renegade at Valley Fair was a suggested video. So I was like, oh, what's this? So I clicked on it, not really knowing what to expect from it, because I thought, oh, modern wooden roller coasters, I didn't really know they were a thing, because I was still getting into being an enthusiast back then, so I wasn't too aware of what was going on outside of Pleasure Beach and Alton Towers and Fort Park really. So I was like, oh, modern wooden roller coaster, I need to check this out. Watched a video of it and I was fascinated by its twisting first drop. I was like, I need to go on that roller coaster. And then I was constantly trying to recreate that layout on Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. So I never thought I'd actually get to go on it, and now I've got these crossed that by the time this video goes on, I'll have hopefully have posted on Twitter and Facebook about how amazing Renegade is. The thing I'm dreading the most is it being closed for whatever reason, but we'll see, I guess. But in terms of content creation, just quickly going back to Nick Universe, there will hopefully be a vlog from there, but that will probably be one of the short vlogs that we do. It'll be like a 20 to 30 minute one because of the time that we don't really have. But we'll do our best. We'll do our best with a vlog there. Valley Fair, we are there all day. I think we're there from like 10 AM in the morning to like 8 PM at night, maybe 7 PM, I don't know. It depends how quickly we want to get to the next hotel after it, because I think after Valleyfair there's like a 3-hour drive to the next hotel. But there'll definitely be like a full length vlog from there. There'll be a big review on Renegade, because also as well, Mark is really excited to get on that. He's not said too much about it, but Mark's really excited for that one, and I'm really excited for it as well. So I think we'll probably go on it, do it quite a few times, and then review it after it. And I've heard there's not many great spots to get footage of it, but we'll make up for that by chatting about it and hopefully being informative whilst we do it. But we're looking to make the vlogs on this trip mostly like the vlogs we've done earlier this season, where they're at least 35 to 40 minutes long. They're in depth, they talk about the rides, everything the park has to offer as much as we can, catering, and all sorts of stuff like that. At Valleyfair, it's no POVs, but I will get off-ride footage of all the rides there. So as much as I'd love to get POVs there, I know for a fact that's not allowed. So we'll do our best to get a lot of off-ride footage. Moving on, the next park is Mount Olympus Theme Park and Water Park, or Mount Olympus Resort. There is 4 wooden roller coasters. We're particularly looking forward to Hades 360, which is a Gravity Group wooden roller coaster. It has a loop. It was originally just called Hades. I think Gravity Group built it in the first place. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check. But they've definitely done the refurb on it. They added an inversion. It's got their trains on it. That is a roller coaster that looks absolutely bonkers from POVs. Every POV I've ever watched of that roller coaster, it just looks the nuts. I'm looking forward to getting on that, definitely. Overall, Mount Olympus, it looks like an interesting little park. The 4 wooden roller coasters, what's not to like about that? Interested to see how they compare to other wooden roller coasters. And yeah, just looking forward to what will probably be a bit more of a chilled sort of day in a theme park. They actually have a water park too, and they've just opened this interesting looking water slide that actually rotates. I think it's built by Whitewater West, and it's sort of, you've got the normal water slide part of it, and then it's just this big circular thing until... I've seen a couple of POVs of water slides like it, and I'm just a little bit confused by it. So if we've got time, I might have to have a go on that, because I know that they allow filming on the water slides. So it might be an interesting one to film. And at the time of filming this, I have been chatting to the park about potentially doing on-ride videos on the wooden roller coasters there. So hopefully that'll be allowed. And then following on from there, we're going to a place called Bay Beach Amusement Park. Now this is on the same day that we're going here. We're going there straight from Mount Olympus. We're not going to film a vlog there because they literally have 1 roller coaster, and that's the only thing we'll be doing. However, if we're allowed to do a POV, I will do a POV on it, but I really don't know. They said to ask when we get there, so I'm not too sure on that one, but hopefully we'll be able to film. That roller coaster is called Zippin' Pippin', and legend has it that it was Elvis Presley's favourite roller coaster, so there you have it. I'm not sure how people find these things out, but looking forward to going on it. Moving on from there is what has taken a lot of planning. This is where we meet up with everybody else. There is going to be 69 people on this trip from this point onwards, and the first park we're going to is Six Flags Great America. Now, I believe they have a lot of roller coasters, because I've forgotten exactly how many. They have 15 roller coasters, including the original B&M invert Batman the Ride. That ride inspired Nemesis, and it inspired change in the roller coaster industry, attractions industry. It inspired change. It put B&M on the map, basically. Everyone wanted a B&M invert after Batman was built. And then, of course, there's lots of Six Flags Batman the rides out there. Also, there's one in Spain. And, of course, thanks to that particular ride, we got Nemesis, and then we got Nemesis Inferno, which is, of course, better than Nemesis. And, yeah, it just, all in all, it inspired change, and it brought us a lot of great roller coasters out of it. So I am so excited to get on that, and I honestly think it could be the best B&M invert ever, because the Batman clone at Park Warner is excellent. The Batman clone at Six Flags Great Adventure is excellent. So I'm sure the original is going to be excellent as well. Also in this park, there's a couple of wooden roller coasters. There's an RMC, the first of many. RMCs on this trip, so looking forward to that and seeing how it compares to the others. Goliath is what I would describe as mini Zadra from Energylandia. It looks similar but a lot shorter. Now for me, I prefer the RMCs to be a little bit shorter because the restraints can be quite painful. So if they're shorter but full of airtime, I'm all for it. As many people will know who watch the Cedar Point vlogs from 2019, I'm not really a fan of Steel Vengeance. We'll see how that goes this time. But I'm looking forward to doing more RMCs. I've done 4, I think, so far. I've done, like I say, Steel Vengeance, Untamed, Wildfire, and Zadra. So far, I'd rank them as Zadra, Untamed, Wildfire, Steel Vengeance. So, see how it goes. But yeah, looking forward to Goliath. Moving on from Six Flags Great America, it is then Indiana Beach. Now, originally, they were on the original itinerary for this trip. And then early in the planning, they closed down permanently. So we thought, oh, we're going to have to change that and obviously take them off the list and put a different park in their place, which is the next park I'll talk about. And then we had COVID delay the trip by a year, which meant in that time Indiana Beach had actually reopened. So we could then put them back on the trip and keep the other park on the trip as well and extend the trip. So more creds, happy days. Can't complain at that. So Indiana Beach has got 2 hybrid or wooden roller coasters. It's a very interesting set in this park. It's mostly surrounded by water, so it's like a boardwalk kind of park. So I'm looking forward to it. Got quite an interesting coaster selection. There's 6 operational coasters. There might be 7 by the time we're there. There is a Schwarzkopf coaster currently under construction according to rcdb.com. Hopefully by now it's open, but there's not a lot of information out there, so if you do know anything about that roller coaster, please let us know in the comments section below. And of course, if you've got any tips for these parks that I'm talking about, please let me know in the comments below, because any tips on sort of ride orders or catering or certain things to look out for, you know, shows or merchandise shops that we should check out, please let us know in the comments section below, because little bits of information like that I always find really useful. And there was something on Twitter the other day where somebody said, oh, when you go to this park, you should check out this catering establishment. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'll give it a go. I am the world's pickiest eater. You wouldn't think it, but I am a picky eater. So it is one of those where even though I will go and check these places out, there's no guarantee I'll have anything other than a drink from them. But sometimes it's just nice to have an idea of which places to avoid and which places to go to. I wish we'd known that before we went to Six Flags Great Adventure a couple of years ago, but I'm not going to get into that today. So the next park is Six Flags St. Louis, and I've forgotten how many coasters they've got too. So they've got 9 roller coasters, and they also have a Batman clone, but it's not the original one, but it'll still be good. And Mike will definitely tell us in the vlog there that it's a mirrored clone, so I'll let him explain all that when we get there. And it'll be good to have Mike back in the vlogs, and I am going to be making sure that we get lots of log flume footage on this trip, even if it's from an off-ride point of view. We'll be getting, oh, I know that phrase is awful, off-ride point of view. Off-ride perspective, that's better. We'll be trying to get some log flume footage, whether it's on the rides or off them. We'll definitely be getting log flume footage, and I think because of how hot it's looking like it's going to be, I think there'll be a lot of log flumes going on, definitely. But yeah, the roller coaster there that I'm most excited for is Mr. Freeze's Reverse Blast, I think it's called. It's a Premier Rides, and it launches backwards first, and it just looks very, very, very different. It looks like a Roller Coaster Tycoon special, and I'm very curious about what it's going to be like. We do have Fast Pass. I'm just going to call it Fast Track or Fast Pass. I'm not going to go through all the individual names that the parks call their Fast Track systems. We actually, collectively, the whole group has Fast Pass at Six Flags Great America. Six Flags St. Louis, we couldn't get that included for everybody. However, I think a lot of people who are on the trip have actually just bought it anyway off the website, because we've had a bit of a tip off that the park's going to be very busy while we're there. So I think the Fast Pass is going to be needed. And I think the plan for us is probably to go straight to Mr. Freeze and just try and make sure we get it done early in the day, because apparently it does have a lot of downtime. But again, I've never actually seen a vlog from Six Flags St. Louis, so I don't know a great deal about the park. And there's also not a lot of POVs from that park either, so I'm hoping that we can do a really good vlog there. I'm hoping that we can make it at least an hour and get a lot of off-ride footage to really show what's available at this park. Because it does look good. From the very few pictures and videos that are out there, it does look decent. The next park on the trip is one that I am really looking forward to, and that is Holiday World and Splashing Safari. I think we'll probably mostly stick to Holiday World because we've got the Voyage. I don't know how you pronounce that, by the way. Some people have said it's Voyage, some people have said Voyage. I really don't know. I need to find out before the vlog. If you know the correct pronunciation for that roller coaster, please let me know. Holiday World also has 2 wooden roller coasters, or is it 3? 2, 3. I think it's 3. 2 wooden roller coasters, 1 hybrid coaster, and then some Steelers. I should check my notes, really, shouldn't I? I never do anything scripted these days. So, yeah, they've got 5 coasters, and 2 of them are wood, 1 of them's hybrid, and 2 of them are steel. So they've got a nice mix. The Voyage is the one I'm most looking forward to. It just looks incredible. It looks like it's just going to be airtime after airtime after airtime after airtime the whole way through. And as Mark says, it will have superb airtime or airtime. Depends on if you're from Cheshire or Lancashire, how you say that one. And they've also got, like I say, 2 other wooden roller coasters, which is the Raven and the Legend, and they both look excellent too. We've got an ERT session in the morning, which is exclusive ride time. I believe that's on the Voyage, but of course, subject to change depending on ride availability at the time. And there's also a behind the scenes tour that day. Like I say, I'm just very, very, very much looking forward to this park. It's somewhere that I've always wanted to go, and I've watched so many POVs on Coaster Force. Hello Coaster Force if you're watching. I've watched so many POVs on their channel. Great POVs on Coaster Force, of course. And just their wooden coasters at Holiday World just look excellent. The one coaster I'm not expecting much from, and I'm going with very low expectations for, is Thunderbird, which is the B&M launched wing coaster. I think it's Thunderbird. I hope it's called Thunderbird. If it's not, I will have corrected myself by now on the bottom of the screen. Moving on, another park that I'm really looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to this park because of a documentary. And that park is Kentucky Kingdom. And the documentary was on Coaster Studios about how the park was going out of business, coming back out of business, going out of business again, coming back again. If you haven't seen it, it truly is worth a watch, because it really does show how the fans of a park can save a park after it's been closed down. They never gave up. The people who loved the park, who worked there or were fans of it, they never gave up, and they saved the park countless times, or they helped save it. And now it looks like a park that's thriving. They've got quite a few notable coasters. They've got Storm Chaser, which is another RMC. We're doing that one first. That one we've got an hour's ERT on, which will be very good. I've heard it is, to quote somebody else, a very aggressive RMC, unquote. Let's see how our thighs get on after that. I'm really looking forward to that one. It's going to be interesting. They've also got T3, which is a Vekoma SLC. I'm really interested to see if it's bad as everyone says. I just know that somebody in the group's going to go, that's really good, that, Mike. I've just got the funny feeling that somebody like Mike or somebody else is just going to be like, that's really good. It's a lot better than expected, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that one goes. But yeah, overall, looking forward to Kentucky Kingdom. From Kentucky Kingdom, it's then on to Kings Island. If you remember the Kings Island 2019 vlog on Pleasure Beach Experience, you'll probably remember that we didn't have the best of times there. Now, looking back on reflection, there's a couple of regrets from that day. The first one is filming a vlog. The second one is not realising that I was absolutely shattered and that wasn't the park's fault. And thirdly, I just regret not appreciating the park a little bit more for what it is, because I just think that we were all so tired that we just weren't feeling it that day. And I'm glad we went, because we got to do Vortex, the big arrow looping roller coaster, before it was removed. But otherwise, it was just one of those days where I just look back on and go, we should have just stayed in a hotel and and had a sleep because we were just too tired to be at a theme park that day. We were all so fatigued, and yeah, I have a lot of regrets about that vlog, which is why it's now no longer available to be seen on this channel, because I just think that overall it wasn't a very good representation from us of how good a theme park Kings Island could be. And I'm looking forward to going back and hopefully being a lot more awake and rested and just ready to appreciate what a park it is. And the Beast has been retracked. Looking forward to that. Recently watched El Toro Ryan's video about the historical value of the Beast, and all his long video about it is, I think that video has been on for a while. It's just I was quite slow getting to watch it. But I think that you really do appreciate the historical value of it when you sort of have it put there and explained to you in the way that Ryan does. And when I was watching it, I was kind of thinking, this is like me saying to people, you've got to respect the Grand National and Big Dipper a bit more. And I thought, you know what, I could kind of see why people love the Beast, even if I didn't enjoy it when I did it. But I'm looking forward to doing it because it's been retracked. I've been told it's amazing at night. We're definitely going to be doing it in the evening. And we're also going to be doing a behind-the-scenes tour of the Beast whilst we're there too, which I'm excited for. I'm just looking forward to just trying everything again. There's also 6 roller coasters there that I've yet to do. 5 of those were there when we were last there, but I just didn't get around to doing them because, again, I was tired and left early. And Orion's open since we were last there, so I'm just excited to give it another go. There's some rides that I know that I won't enjoy, Banshee, but I've got just something saying that I might enjoy the Beast in the evening a little bit more than I enjoyed the Beast in the daytime. Mystic Timbers was great last time. Again, I think I would have enjoyed it even more if I wasn't so tired. There's Orion, which I'm looking forward to doing. I've heard Diamondback's actually a good coaster if you do it in the back row. We did it near the front last time. And yeah, just looking forward to getting back there and just hopefully appreciating the park a lot more for what it actually is than I did last time. And then it's the big one. Not the big one, but the big park that we're looking forward to, and I think everyone's most excited for, Cedar Point. Cedar Point is a park that we've covered on this channel quite a few times before. I think overall on this channel there's 5 vlogs from Cedar Point, 2 from 2018, which are a bit cringy now, and there's 3 from 2019 as well, including a behind the scenes tour vlog which included the dive coaster, Millennium Force, and a couple of other bits and bobs. And then there was the Coaster Mania vlog as well. So it's going to be good to get back to Cedar Point. I'm mostly looking forward to getting back on Magnum. I'm not going to sort of go on about it too much because it's been 3 years since we went on it, and I've got to go back there as if I've never been before. I've got to judge everything as a new thing again, because I always think if you've not been to somewhere for like 3 or 4 years, it's hard to then go back and just be like, oh, this was great last time, so it's going to be good this time, because sometimes it doesn't always work like that, and sometimes you'll come away and be like, why did I like that roller coaster previously? So as much as I've always raved about how great Magnum XL200 is, going in there with a clean slate, starting from the beginning, treating it like I've never been there before. We're there for 2.5 days. The first day that we're there is, I think we're there for 8 hours, so it's not, I mean, in comparison to our opening times at the parks at home, that's a long day. But for Cedar Point, it's cutting it quite short compared to what we could be doing. However, it's still a lot of time in the park. On that particular day, we're not going to film a vlog because we're just going to probably have a bit of a chilled approach today, because I don't want to repeat a Kings Island, but Cedar Point where we're absolutely shattered. I want to sort of just get back to the park, take it all in, enjoy it, and then the 2 full days that we're there, they'll be the days that we do the vlogs. There'll be 2 Cedar Point vlogs, because you can't cover it all in one day in a vlog, it's impossible. Going back to FastPass again, I should have mentioned at Kings Island, everyone in the group's got FastPass, whereas at Cedar Point we couldn't get that included for everyone, unfortunately. However, I think a lot of people have bought it for at least one day anyway. I've got it for all 3 days, just because the main reason I've done that is it gives me filming time as well. It gives me a chance to film the vlogs, it gives me a chance to film the off-ride footage that I want to get, because I really do like filming roller coasters and getting great off-ride footage if I can. So for me, that's one of the things I really like about parks, especially when they let you take a tripod in as well, and you can get some really good shots. So I'm looking forward to that, and I just can't wait to get back. I've always loved the atmosphere at Cedar Point, but I do think there's going to be a massive hole in that atmosphere this time, and that is because Top Thrill Dragster is obviously closed. That area of the park is just magical. The atmosphere all around Top Thrill is just, it's a great place to be, and I do hope it reopens. I mean, this is probably going to be my last trip to Cedar Point for a good number of years. The world is a big place. There's a lot of roller coasters to do. And if I keep going to Cedar Point every year now that travel restrictions are gone, I'm never going to get to go on the roller coasters elsewhere that I want to go on as well, because Cedar Point is never cheap. So I think it'll probably be my last trip to Cedar Point for at least 5 years. I say that, and then probably next June there'll be a vlog. But no, I think seriously, this is probably going to be the last time Cedar Point for a long time. So I want to really appreciate everything, and I'm determined to try and like Steel Vengeance, because the first time I did it, I was impressed. I thought it was excellent, but I didn't enjoy the thigh crush. And the 2 times I've done it since, I've not really enjoyed it. But I've never done it at the front, so that is the aim, to do it at the front row this time and try and just enjoy it. But I think for me, Steel Vengeance is a little bit too relentless, and because of the way the restraints are, I just think it's hard to enjoy it. But hopefully, I can enjoy it more this time. But yeah, overall, can't wait to get back to Cedar Point. So, in terms of content creation, there might be a vlog from Nickelodeon Universe. There'll definitely be a vlog from Valley Fair. There'll definitely be a vlog from Mount Olympus. There'll definitely be a vlog from Six Flags Great America, from Indiana Beach, from Six Flags St. Louis, from Holiday World, from Kentucky Kingdom, Kings Island, and then 2 vlogs from Cedar Point. That is the very minimum of content that we'll be having from this trip. There'll also probably be a after sort of trip review with me, Mike and Mark. We'll probably do it as the August PB Monthly once we've had a couple of weeks to reflect on the trip. We'll probably sit around a table, chat about the best coasters, the worst coasters, the best parks, best experiences. That'll all be done in a later video after the trip when we've had a couple of weeks to reflect on it all. And we've had a couple of people ask about doing an updated top 10 for us, from me, Mike and Mark. Now, it's going to be very difficult to do a top 10, but we'll give it a shot. That might be something that we also do. We might even just do a top 10 coasters on the trip as part of the reflection on the trip video. Not too sure about that yet. Something we can think about as we go. But yeah, very, very much looking forward to it. It's taken a lot of planning to get all this together, but I'm excited for it now, and just hoping that everything with the transportation with the coach company and that we've booked to transfer us all around and goes well. But I'm sure it will. Andy Hine from the Roller Coaster Club of Great Britain highly recommends the company that we're using, so I have every faith that Andy has told us a great company to use. After all, his roller coaster club used the same company 2 weeks ago, so I'm very confident they'll be a great company to work with. And yeah, it's just many great moments to come, I hope. And one thing I did forget to mention is at Cedar Point, we have got a behind the scenes tour one of the days. I'm still not going to say what that is publicly because we've not told everyone on the group what it's going to be yet. I want it to be a surprise on the day. Also, I know that there's always a chance it could get changed at the last minute, so I don't want to promise one thing, it'll be something else. And secondly, on the last day at Cedar Point, we're doing the boat cruise around Cedar Point, which will be great for views of the park as the park's opening up. So we're not eating into park hours doing that. We're doing it for an hour or an hour and a half before the park opens through a company called Jet Express. So yeah, overall, looking forward to it. Hope the videos will be great. We'll do our very, very best to keep them as informative, interesting, daft, with lots of ride footage and hopefully some POVs along the way. We'll try and make them the best vlogs we've ever done on this channel. So yeah, a lot of America content coming, and I really hope that everybody enjoys it. If there's anything in particular you'd like us to cover at the parks, whether it be the catering facilities, a different look at the shows, more in-depth ride reviews, less ride reviews, or shorter vlogs, longer vlogs, please let us know in the comments below. and we will do our best to make the best possible vlogs that we've ever made. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video.